From the icy plains of Siberia to the Baltic Sea, a colossus once stood. The Holy Russian Empire, a realm of grandeur and brutality, faith and fear. Its story is a tapestry woven with threads of gold and crimson, a saga of emperors and serfs, of saints and sinners. To understand Russia today, one must journey back, delve into the heart of this vanished empire. The Holy Russian Empire was not born in a day. It emerged from the ashes of a fragmented land, unified by the will of ambitious rulers and the fervor of Orthodox Christianity. Its foundations were laid in blood and prayer, its destiny shaped by the clash of empires and the iron will of its czars. It was a realm where power was absolute, where life was cheap, and where faith was a double-edged sword. The empire's heart beat in Moscow, a city of onion domes and cobbled streets where the Kremlin's imposing walls whispered tales of intrigue and ambition. Here the czars ruled with an iron fist, their power consecrated by the church and enforced by a vast army of loyal subjects. Theirs was a world of unimaginable wealth and crushing poverty, of glittering palaces and squalid hovels. The story of the Holy Russian Empire begins with the Rurik dynasty, a lineage of Viking warriors who carved out a kingdom in the vast Eastern European plains. These fierce Norsemen, led by the legendary Rurik, laid the groundwork for what would become a sprawling empire. They established trade routes, subdued rival tribes, and embraced the Orthodox Christian faith, a decision that would profoundly shape the empire's destiny. Under the Rurikids, the fledgling Russian state began to take shape. They forged alliances, expanded their territories, and cultivated a distinct cultural identity. The adoption of Orthodox Christianity was a pivotal moment, infusing the empire with a spiritual core and linking it to the Byzantine Empire, the inheritor of Rome's legacy. This religious bond would have a profound impact on Russian art, architecture, and political thought. The Rurikids, however, were not a monolithic force. Their dynasty was marked by internal strife, power struggles, and shifting alliances. Brothers fought brothers, sons rebelled against fathers, and the empire expanded and contracted with the ebb and flow of these internal conflicts. Yet through it all, the dream of a unified Russian state endured, fueled by the ambition of its rulers and the growing influence of the Orthodox Church. The reign of Ivan IV, known as Ivan the Terrible, marks a turning point in the history of the Holy Russian Empire. A complex and contradictory figure, Ivan was a brilliant strategist, a ruthless tyrant, and a deeply devout man. His reign saw the empire reach new heights of power and influence, but it was also a period marked by unimaginable cruelty and bloodshed. Ivan's early years were marked by tragedy and turmoil. Orphaned at a young age, he witnessed the brutal power struggles of the boyar aristocracy, the elite families who vied for control of the young Tsar. These experiences left an indelible mark on his psyche, fostering a deep distrust of the boyars and a thirst for absolute power. Ivan's reign saw the establishment of a centralized autocracy, the crushing of the boyar opposition, and the expansion of the empire's borders. He waged wars against external enemies, consolidated his control over vast territories, and transformed Russia into a major European power. Yet his methods were often brutal, and his paranoia led to periods of unspeakable terror, culminating in the infamous Oprichnina, a reign of terror that decimated the boyar class and left a lasting scar on the Russian soul. The reign of Ivan the Terrible cast a long shadow over the Holy Russian Empire. His legacy was a complex one, a mixture of undeniable achievements and horrifying brutality. He had forged a powerful, centralized state, but at a terrible cost. The Oprichnina, a period of state-sanctioned terror, had left the empire traumatized and deeply suspicious of absolute power. Ivan's paranoia and cruelty were not merely a product of his personality, they were also symptoms of the immense pressures and challenges faced by rulers of such a vast and diverse empire. The Tsar was expected to be all things to all people, a warrior king, a wise judge, a defender of the faith, and a dispenser of justice. The weight of these expectations, combined with the constant threat of internal and external enemies, could easily warp even the most stable mind. The Tsars who followed Ivan inherited a legacy of absolute power, but also a legacy of fear and suspicion. They ruled with an iron fist, aware of the fragility of their position and the ever-present threat of rebellion or assassination. The shadow of Ivan the Terrible loomed large, a reminder of the seductive allure and the terrifying consequences of unchecked power.